Hey, it's Yash. So there's some people, they talk a lot about when they're in non-dualities about this isolation. It's like, man, I can't talk to anybody. You know, and see, this can be a subtle ego thing. Like I'm on a higher plane than everybody. Nobody understands me, and man, I'm way out there. Oh, this sucks. I'm lonely. See, if you're really way out there and connected, you're not going to feel lonely. You're going to realize your connection. First, you realize your own connection, your human self with this non-dual self or consciousness. You realize that, and then you connect with that and everybody else. See, because it's there in everybody else. Even if somebody's talking on superficial level or gossiping or doing whatever, that self that you've recognized in yourself is there in their self. So you start to pay more attention to that. The more you pay attention to the consciousness in your own self, the more you automatically start to pay attention to the consciousness in another form or being's self, because you know that's all there is. I mean, yeah, sometimes we get caught up too in the words and the excitement people are talking, but it's temporary. When this practice is really our practice, we come back to this truth. We come back to reality pretty fast. So if we're, I don't know how this mic is, we'll find out. If we're connected to this non-dual consciousness, you can't feel lonely because you know that's all there is anyway. Like, we're all alone when it gets right down to it. There's only consciousness. So when you know that, you don't get lonely because what are you going to do? See, loneliness comes from the mind. It's a dualistic thing. It's like, if I feel myself as this human form deeply, then I'm going to need other human forms. Otherwise, I'm going to feel lonely. This is how it works. You can't be your true self and feel lonely. Muji said once, I like it. He says, when you realize who you are, you're alone, but as everything. That's what it is. And I realized this was an important realization. When it's like we all want to find somebody we have the best chemistry with, the best compatibility. Like, these are your so-called best friends, And it's true. But we'll never find somebody where we're going to be as unified as we are when we know ourselves as consciousness and we're relating to someone else's consciousness. Because on the human level, the human personality and the human self, there's always some discrepancies. We're always going to kind of butt somewhere. Now we may gel, I don't know, 80%, 90% or something, but there'll be that 10% where we're going to butt, because that's the human imperfection. That's the way it is. But on level of consciousness, we're not just similar, we're the same. Somebody asked a question, like at the beginning when I started the channel, is the consciousness in you the same as the consciousness in everything else? Yeah. It's the same. If there's 10 people in the room and they've all switched off their mind, and then what's left, this feeling, this vibration of existence, if everybody is marinating in that, it's the same. If I'm doing that experience, that feeling's the same as it is in you if you're doing it. Now, the thing that can vary a little is when we're in that meditation. I don't know, these words sometimes I don't like, but when that awareness is there, because meditation insinuates like, okay, I got to sit and be quiet and in a dark room. No, you can bring your attention right now and feel this consciousness. When the human self is being switched off, then the vibration of this real self, it starts to filter through the human self. This is why the human self is important. You don't want to dismiss the human self. The intensity of this filtering through the human self can vary. You see, it depends, because it depends how switched off one is. One can be more switched off, so to speak, than the other. One can have less obstructions in their energy body than the other. So then this you can say, this fragrance from the higher consciousness is going to shine through the human self even more. Now, of that person, does that mean they're better? The person that's glowing and shining more, are they better than the one who maybe is not shining as much? No. See, this is ego. That's mind. Oh man, he's really shining. Oh, I'm not shining so much. I got a ways to go. The consciousness itself isn't shining. It's the human self that's given the appearance of a shine. You see, the human consciousness is beyond. The pure consciousness is beyond shine. That's why they say everybody's enlightened in essence. Yeah, it's true. It's not even enlightened. Consciousness isn't thinking about being enlightened. It's the human self that's thinking about, like, oh, I need to get enlightened, because duality. Oh, I'm asleep. I need to wake up. I need to be enlightened. Oh, now I'm enlightened. The real self will never announce that it's enlightened. It doesn't know anything about being enlightened. But for the play of duality, we have to talk like this, and it's cool. This is the game, the video game that we're in. We're asleep, and now we got to become awake. All the while, this whole play is happening inside the consciousness that we really are. So I'm just speaking spontaneously. Let me know if that resonates, because I just, I got flow like that, and I enjoy it. I get some energy. It's a meditation for me when I'm just doing that. Yeah. Have a good day.